I think the first step is, my personal opinion, we had to get those guys to trust us. You know, the police helping us get jobs, the police helping us get education. Once we got those guys to trust us, deep down inside, we knew a lot of them wanted to help, but they just had to make sure that the police was actually helping them. Because, you know, a lot of people don't trust the police. So we had to build that trust, and once we got that trust from them, and they knew that they needed the help and wanted the help, and then they started to open up and, you know, do the required things that we ask of them, and, you know, stay out of trouble, stay off of drugs, and stop selling drugs.
Yeah. Young men were different. You know, each of them had different challenges. Some of them were trusting than others, and it was just based on, you know, their experiences in childhood and whether or not they had a parent or somebody there that they could depend on in life. They were, in that essence, they were more easily trusting because they've had that experience in the past. When we had the young men that didn't have that support and that encouragement in their past, it was a little harder to get a hold of them. So it just depended on each individual man, and we had to find that niche, that one thing to get to them. And I think speaking to them one-on-one as human beings, you know, just like I would speak to my brother, that's how I spoke to each of them, and finding out who they were and what did they desire. And then once you figure that out, you got a hold of it, and you showed them that you were invested in them, and if they invested in you too, that together we can make it happen. But it was just a matter of just figuring out who each of those human beings were and finding out what they desired in life. And once you got a hold of that, we just, you know, there was no failing. You know, as long as they wanted it, it was there.
What would you tell someone if I were sitting in front of you and, you know, my life, I was wasting it away, I was dealing drugs, in and out of jail, what's your biggest advice to someone that wants to turn their life around?
I would say, first thing, you got to trust God. Trust God, and if there's someone willing to help you, and you know you want that help, step forward and get that help. Once you make that step forward, ain't no looking back. If you want that help, just take that step forward and trust God, and, you know, the help that's being offered, take the help that's being offered.
I guess what I would probably say is, in life, it's not how many times you fall down, it's how many times you get back up that determines who you are as a human being. You can fall many a times, and failure is part of life, and it's absolutely part of success. In order to succeed, you're going to have to fall, because then only in that do you find how strong you truly are as a human being. So there's nothing wrong with failure. You know, it's to get back up, dust yourself off, and move on forward. You'll be stronger. So I would say, you know, just keep moving, keep going, you know, fight back, you know.
So you had 8 people complete the program. Do you have more people that you're moving in different steps?
8 was selected. 4 successfully completed the program. 4 could not grasp what we were trying to do, trying to help them, so they fell back to the streets. So those 4 that fell back to the streets went to prison, and they were eliminated from the program.
It didn't stop us from caring about each of them. I mean, because even through this process, we learned who they are. And I think even at the end of the day, when they do get released, we'll still be there if they're willing to change their life, because we did get attached to these guys. Despite, I don't know, the weaknesses that they had, and we all have them, you know, there is good in them. And we're going to continue to fight with them. As long as they're willing to try, we're going to be there to help them. So even though they failed yesterday, they can still be successful tomorrow. So we'll see what we can do when they come out.
There would be critics out there that said, well, you know, glass is half empty here. They had 4. What do you say to those critics about the 4 that were successful?
Like I said previously, if we started off with 100 young men in this program and ended up with 1, it still was a success, because we were able to change somebody's life. So we'll consider it a success if we started off with 100 and ended up with 1.